Hello YouTubers, this is Robert 5 here with a deck tech actually. I've been tinkering with a lot of my EDH decks, and one of them being my Teysa Orzhov Scion deck. I know I've done this one till I'm blue in the face, but I'm sorry for the use of this camera, but my other one's dead. Anyway, Teysa is a 1 and a white and a black, and she sacrificed white creatures and removed target creature from the game. When another black creature you control is put into the graveyard from the game, put a 1/1 white spirit token to play it. And she is a 2/3. The whole point behind this deck, before anyone gets to anything, there is some token generation, but it is mostly about stealing everyone else's creatures. And I mainly chose it. I don't. Her ability's cool. I just wanted the black-white combo. In all reality, I mean, it's cool. It's a fun effect to do. It's a fun thing to do eventually. But it's all about stealing everyone else's creatures and then smashing their faces with them. So let's get to it. It's a non-traditional, non-traditional Teysa deck. Then, yeah. Anyway, so for lands, we have 3 lands that fit into the color scheme: Orzhov Basilica, Caves of Koilos, and Isolated Chapel. 3 cards for 1 for 3 utility lands. We've got an Emeria the Sky Ruin, a card every black deck should have, Cabal Coffers, and a Bojuka Bog. More utility lands, we have a Temple of the False God, Mystifying Maze, Vesuva. Everyone says it's slow, but I like it. Rupture Spire. And for fetches, we have a Marsh Flats, a Esper Panorama, a Grixis Panorama, and a Terminal Moraine. I can't really spend too much money on my decks anymore. And being married, I have to not do that. So, I worked with what I got. I also sold a bunch of my cards. Anyway, and then I've got 11 swamps, and I switched over to the full art swamps because I have a shit ton of these full art lands just laying around, so I figured I might as well use them. And then 11 full art plains. So yeah, that's the mana base. And I've play tested this deck a couple times now, and it actually in this current iteration is very mean. It is very it's great in 1v1 and multiplayer. So when a couple of things kick off in it, it's kind of a mean thing, but it's fun. So anyway, on to artifacts. We start with equipment. It's got a Swiftfoot Boots, a Scythe of the Wretched. It's all shiny, thanks to Milo. Skull Clamp, card draw of course. Trepidation Blade is freaking awesome in EDH. Same with this. Nim Deathmantle, it's shiny as well. And of course the ever-present Lightning Greaves. This card has got many uses to it. I got a Mimic Vat. Isochron Scepter for all my killing off of their people's creatures. Put a Doomblade on it, a Terror, things like that, to retrieve these creatures so you can have them, or kill them so you can take them from their graveyard. And for a lot of the sacrificing that's going to be going on, got an Ashnod's Altar to create extra mana. A Temple Bell because I couldn't find my Howling Mine for some reason. I don't know where I put it. I have quite a few of them. They're all being used. I had one left, but I can't find this one. This I may switch out for something else, but it's Felden's Cane, just in case. A Norn's Annex, just to get another Ghostly Prison effect. And, of course, a Solemn Simulacrum. So, I only have 4 multicolored spells. I found it too much of a pain in the ass to have as many multicolored black-white spells as I had. So we have, of course, Mortify, really good card for removal. Of course, any black-white deck, Debtor's Knell, Angel of Despair, and Deathbringer Liege gives all black and white creatures +1/+1, and whenever you play a white spell, tap target creature. Whenever you play a black spell, destroy target tapped creature. So, really good card. Let's go on to white with some of the token generations and stuff like that. Of course, for token generation, I've got an Elspeth Knight Errant, my favorite Elspeth, but I also have an Elspeth Tyrell and a Gideon Jura. Now for white spells, we have Swords to Plowshares, Leyline of Sanctity, Condemn for those pesky generals. Let me move these aside because I'll have to explain why both of them are in this deck. Journey to Nowhere for pesky creatures. Of course, a Ghostly Prison, a Silence, and then these two cards, next two cards are in here just to work with another card I have in my deck to make things a bit more fun. I have a Day of Judgment and a Chroma's Vengeance. I have a Bitter Ordeal in here. So you play this, and then Bitter Ordeal, and take everything out of the libraries. So, it's got a Bitter Ordeal's got Gravestorm. So, a Orzhov Silence, Path. I'm actually going to switch out this one. I have a couple of the new art ones from the Venser Koth dual deck. I like the art on that one. It's really cool, so I'm going to swap it out. O-Ring for pesky permanents. Onto white creatures, not too many. True Believer to help protect yourself. A Sun Titan to help bring back some stuff. Valor usually goes right into my graveyard. I find a way just to dump them. Usually sacrifice them or something like that just to get rid of them. So all my creatures get first strike. A Windborn Muse. A Wall of Omens. Can't fail, it's a card draw, so whenever this comes into play, you draw a card. I usually throw it on Mimic Bat or something like that, so. And another token generator with Myria Angel. Now on to black cards. I'm only running one of the Lilies. I found that Liliana Veil was just too much of a pain in the ass. And I like the tutor abilities of Liliana Vess, so. On to black spells, we've got Great Removal and Ashes to Ashes. You take some damage, but you get rid of 2 creatures, so target non-artifact creatures, but you still get rid of them. And then you can take them with Debtor's Knell and other cards that are in here. Of course, Beacon of Unrest, one way to get cards. Demonic Tutor. I want to switch out the Felden's Cane for a Vampiric Tutor. I'd have to trade for it because I don't have any for some reason. I thought I did, but I don't. Of course, my favorite choice of Damnations. It's expensive for 5 and 1 black, but it's fun when you tell them to pick a number, and they either have that much life, or lose that much life, or sacrifice all but that many permanents. So if they say 1, you say, okay, get rid of everything but 1 permanent. Or if they say 50, okay, you lose 50 life. So, you know, kind of a fun card. Of course, we got Reanimate. Your black deck should have it. And here's my fun card. Bitter Ordeal. It's got Gravestorm. It's lets you go. It says search target player's library for a card and remove that card from the game. Then shuffle that player's library, and then it says Gravestorm. Gravestorm is for every permanent that goes into the graveyard that turn. You copy the spell. You may choose new targets for the spell too. So you throw down, like, if there's a whole shit ton of tokens on the board, you throw down a DOJ, wipe all the creatures. Or you do an Chroma's Vengeance, and it destroys all permanents except lands. So you have even more chance of what you can take out. I've taken out two libraries. I've taken cards out of everyone's library and left them with lands. So, you know, it's kind of mean, but it's fun. Got a Profane Command, a Doomblade, Oversold Cemetery for retrieval, Terror, Diabolic Tutor. And now on to the creatures. Another way to have lots of creatures, and, you know, when you take other people's creatures with Debtor's Knell and Shieldred or whatever you're using. Braids. She's illegal as a general, but legal as a playable card. Another way to force people to sacrifice in Fleshbag Marauder. Of course, whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Mortician Beetle. It's like the Black Scoot mob, basically. There's a lot of sacrificing. You're forcing people to do a lot of sacrificing, and this helps too. Shieldred. I need one other card I thought I had was Butcher of Malakir. You know, Vindicate on a stick. So I need to get some Butcher of Malakir. So that'll replace probably the Felden's Cane, or some other stuff that's in here, or one other thing that's in here. That way you can, you know, you have Shieldred on the field. Or you play Flashback Marauder. How did I do that the other day? I had Shelter It Out, and then I had I had a proxy for Butcher of Malakir out. So I played a Fleshback Marauder. You know, everyone sacrifices a creature, sacrifice Fleshback Marauder, and then beginning of the next turn, Sheoldred and the Butcher make them sacrifice creatures. You know, and then on my turn I bring back Fleshback Marauder, and yeah, all this, yeah, lots and lots of sacrificing and recursion and stuff. Anyway, Thought Picker Witch, great card, gets rid of some stuff. Hypnotic Spectre I would probably swap out for something else. Avatar of Woe, of course Grave Titan, Obnixilis the Fallen. Another way to retrieve creatures and make them stronger is Chainer Dementia Master. It's actually a really good card. I mean, you have to pay 3 life and 3 black and bring a card from any graveyard into play and put a +1/+1 counter on it. It becomes a nightmare. And all night, yeah. Anyway, so it actually works pretty well, especially with all the recursion and stuff that's going on anyway. So a card with all the cards dying, that's really, really fun. Skursdag High Priest. Fuck yeah, 5/5 demons. Necrotic Ooze. Vengeful Pharaoh. And then when I have my army built up, I play this and I blow the board, except I don't blow the board of creatures. I blow the board of lands. I've got Desolation Angel, Armageddon on a stick. You pay the 2 white kicker. She destroys all lands in play. So you've got your army, you want to kind of lock down the board, and you play her, blow the board of lands, and call it good. It's kind of mean. The way the deck runs now is extremely mean. I had a couple people scoop the other day. They're just like, okay, I only have lands, or okay, I have no lands, or you know, you keep making me sacrifice all my creatures and then taking them from me. So yeah, it's fun. Anyway, so offer suggestions, please. Anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe as well. It's not any kind of competitive deal. This is just pure casual EDH play. I don't do any kind of league competition or anything like that. Although I'm thinking about it with my Chorus of the Conclave deck because it seems pretty competitive now. But it's just pure kitchen table. It is super fun. If you want to copy it and try it, I recommend it because it is super fun. I actually copied it on Cockatrice, and I use it on Cockatrice. So, anyway, so this has been RobertBrizz95 with an EDH deck tech. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, YouTube.